Hey lovelies, welcome back to another video. In this tutorial I'm going to explain how to build round pools and round pool decks, and this tutorial is completely base game compatible, so even if you don't own any packs you can follow this tutorial, and we are going to jump right in now and I'm going to explain you step by step how you can build this yourself. We are going to start with the round pool that you just saw, and of course we have to build a pool first, and for this we are going to use the custom pool tool. When you go to the pool section there are different tools available and we are going to use the custom pool tool. And first you create a line that goes 3 tiles up, and then the diagonal parts are 2 tiles long, so you can create a shape like this. I have activated the grid so you can exactly see what I've built there. Basically we just try to create a pool shape that is as round as possible, or as close as possible to a round shape, and then we are going to use another object, a base game object, that is going to create the illusion of a round pool, or technically it is a round pool after that. And for this you first have to activate the bb.move object sheet, and this sheet is going to make it possible to place objects inside other objects, because we are going to place this object inside the pool. After you've activated your cheat, you click on fountains and then on fountain decorations, and there you can find an object called count fountain. It's just a round base game fountain and we are going to make use of its round shape. What I'm going to do is I put my mouse down here so it's relatively in the center, and now I'm sizing it up. So you want to size this object up so much that there's no gap between the round fountain and the pool wall. So as you can see, there is a visible gap between the pool wall and the fountain, so I have to size it up even more. And now as you can see, there is no visible gap. And at this point I'm centering it. You can also hold down Alt on your keyboard so it doesn't snap to any grid, and this way you can make sure that it's really perfectly centered. And now we are going to raise the object so we can create the illusion of a round pool. And here you have to keep in mind that you should not raise it up too much, because if you raise it up too much the pool ladder won't be functional, so we have to be a bit careful here. So now I'm raising the object, pressing 9 on my keyboard, and here at this point you can see that it's still underneath the lawn. Basically it's still not at the surface, but now if I go only one step higher, this is the perfect spot. When I'm placing it you can see that the lines of the pool are kind of glitching through, which kind of looks cool actually. And when you do this, the pool is still perfectly functional. I'm going to show you that it works. I'm going to let the wonderful Judith Ward swim here, and as you can see it just works. She doesn't even have to use the pool ladder, of course, but then when I would raise it even more, like this for example, which looks super cool, and I want her to leave, it's not working. So you really have to find the sweet spot. So I'm going to show you again. This is too low obviously because you don't see the round shape, so you go only one step higher and then you have the perfect position. And then you can center the pool ladder and it looks like this. There are also different colors available, so you could make this dark, and then you could also hide the edge. I'm going to use the black color, and then it looks like this and it's not visible anymore. So you have to adjust the pool trim to the color of the fountain, and then you have a perfectly functional round pool. So over here I have created a bigger version of this pool, because maybe you want to use a bigger pool, and you can see that the edge appears to be higher, but this is functional here because it's sized up. So you have to keep something in mind though. So the original depth of the pool was this deep. So when I was building this, when I was showing you this was the original depth. But when you are sizing up your fountain, just like as I've shown you, you can see that the top is sticking out because it's much larger when you are working with this diameter. So you want to change the depth of your pool to the tallest wall height, and then you have enough space down here to put your fountain inside your pool. So if you are building bigger pools using this method, keep in mind that you want to build a pool that is deep enough. And now we're going to talk about round pool decks. I love round pool decks, and I used this method in a video a while ago for my round pool mansion, and the amazingly talented Schnook also made a video about this a while ago at the same time, because great minds think alike. So she's amazing. She's still quite new to making videos, but she is a very kind of famous gallery creator, I would say. She makes the most amazing base game builds and other builds, so shout out to Schnook. Please check her out. I'm going to put her link in the description box, but now we are going to talk about the round pool decks. So what you want to do is you build a room. Just anywhere, just any type of room, and then you build another room on top. Those of you who have followed my stairs tutorials back then might already know about this method or the idea behind this. So you have two rooms on top of each other, as you can see, and then you simply remove the bottom room. And now when you delete the ceiling, I'm using the sledgehammer tool, and the walls, you are left with just a piece of floor, and we can now change the height of this floor, as you can see. So if I'm just building a room, for example, all that happens is that the foundation height increases. So you want to build two rooms on top of each other and delete the bottom room to solve this problem. There's no foundation here, and we are just working with a floating piece of floor, and this is exactly what we want for this method. So now when I'm clicking on the arrow, I can make this as low as possible. I'm going to take a look from the side, and as you can tell, there is a slight slope, so this is too deep because it's manipulating the terrain a little bit. Did you see that? When I'm going back, there's just a little hole in the ground, and we don't want that. So now it's perfect. There's a little gap between the lawn and the floor piece, and this is exactly what we want. And now when I'm making this bigger, I can use the pool tool and I can build a pool underneath, and this is the method that we want to use. But of course we also have to create a round shape, and for this you go to this area, and I like to use these down here. You also have the option to use this one, but you cannot create a perfect half circle and just any type of perfect circular shape with this. But if you're using these that already have a fence attached, you can create a perfect round half circle. I'm going to use the biggest one down here, and when I'm placing it, I can use the sledgehammer tool to remove the fence because we don't need that, and then I make it one tile smaller on both sides. This is important because if you don't make it smaller, then you don't have that perfect shape. I can show you what I mean. I copied this, so now I have this, and if I would just use it like this, you can tell that it's not a perfect half circle. It's a little bit wider over here, and we don't want that because we want a perfect beautiful half circle for this. I'm going to remove the pool now, and now I'm activating the grid, and now when I'm picking up this wonderful half circle, I can simply place it over here. You don't have to do it this way. I'm also going to show you another option. You could also, as I've shown you, build a room, build another room on top. You delete the bottom room, and you can simply place the half circle that you have pre-shaped. This is much simpler in my opinion. Just pre-shape it somewhere and then place it on top, and then you can delete the room underneath. And now once again we are using the arrow to bring it down, not too much so we don't have some type of hole in the ground, but we have to find the perfect spot. This is a bit too low once again, so only one step higher, and now we have this. And now we're using the pool tool to build this, and you can technically also copy this and create a perfect circle, for example. I'm going to show you this very quickly. I copy this because I don't have to shape it again. I can just click on an object and I have this copy option here, and this just makes your life so much easier. I love to use this. So what I do is I attach another piece of foundation here, and I do that because otherwise I won't be able to place this half circle over here. This is just how it is. It's a bit tricky with this game sometimes, and now I have to find the sweet spot just like this. And as you can see, I have created a perfect round circle. So you could create even something like this as a pool deck, and then you can attach stairs in the back so your Sims can step on this. As I said, it's base game compatible, so you can use any base game stairs, and all these options are available for the base game. And then I can add an exterior trim, and your Sims can just chill up there. You could just build anything there. Of course, you would have to add a pool ladder down here somewhere, because your Sims can only hang out here. They cannot actually jump into the water. And of course, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. You could use a half circle and then attach a regular foundation and a house behind it. But this way you can create any type of round shape above water, which looks super beautiful. You could do the same over here, for example, or just in the corners. I'm going to show you this as well really quickly. And this way you have a round shape in the corner, and you could do this for all sides going around your pool. And you can just create some fun areas with a lounge chair, for example. Here is another example how you can use the round foundation pieces to create a very unique pool. And I'm going to show you a very simple way to build this. First, we are building a big room, a room as big as the pool, and then another room on top, just as I've shown you. Then we delete the bottom room, we delete the ceiling and the walls, and once again this is what we got. And then we bring it to the correct spot, so once again we don't have a hole in the ground. So it's as low as possible. This is looking good. And then we use the room tool, and we are pressing Control on the keyboard. And Control means that you are deleting something when you are pressing it in this game. And we create a hole in the center. So make sure to press Control, and then this happens. This is just a very simple way to do this. Then we activate the grid, and we use the flat square foundation piece, and you make sure to place it in the corner. This way it will be very easy for us to place a round foundation piece to create the kind of shape that I've shown you. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to place this, but this doesn't matter. You can always expand the foundation so it looks like this. And now I think we're going to use this foundation piece. Once again, you remove the fence and you make it smaller on both sides. And we are going to put this to the side so we can simply copy this. So you click on the copy option, and then you place it like this. I'm copying it. And this is a very quick and simple way, because otherwise it can be a complete mess to place the round foundation pieces and all that. And of course we want to build a pool underneath. You just have to start on the ground and then adjust the size so it looks like this, and we make it smaller so we can hide it underneath. And now it looks like this. Of course your Sims have to be able to actually enter the pool, so what you do is you use the room tool, you hold Control, and once again you delete a part of the foundation. You could then expand the foundation over here, and then you add some stairs. So your Sims can enter the area, and of course you have to do the same on the outside. You can add a pool ladder, and of course you can change the color and you can make it look however you want. We could also expand the pool over here a little bit so we have a shape like this. You can just be creative with this and have some fun with it, and this is a very simple way to create this type of pool shape. And this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, as always, leave a comment down below and I will get back to you. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.